Studio Legs today is sponsored by Mother Nature. Get yours today.
Just opening your window.
Well, get yours today at a 0%
Yeah, maybe
discount.
we should do that.
Get yours today with 0% discount with promo code Virtual Peddlers Rocks.
Check the link.
Go to www.kwanima.bio.
I'm not surprised if some people actually do it.
Go to www.kwanima.com to claim your free promo
They
today.
have a few branches. It's called the Guan Yin Temple. Please
Tag
tag
someone in our post. Like beating them.
We on together. Sandra Bullock. Everybody mute your phones already, right? Mute your laptop already, right?
This is recording.
Yeah, big things.
Yes.
JP Morgan says legs.
So you will go the distance, right?
What did you do with your leg day?
Leg low.
You pound it with a mallet, is it? Hello and welcome to Social Media Weekly, episode 19, June 2018. My name is Sean.
I'm JK.
Faustina.
I'm Wei Han.
Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Virtual Peddlers Marketing, the digital marketing agency that helps small businesses go digital. And stories today. Snapchat's SnapKit could be a winning recipe.
Secondly, will be Fox is using mini-series in ad breaks to combat ad skipping.
Okay. Oh my, where is it? Oh. Facebook lets shopping sites patrons give reviews after purchase. Finally.
Facebook doubling down on misinformation with third-party fact checkers.
Instagram's self-policing tools start running.
And last but not least, new apps bring emojis to Maps.
Yay!
This week we are trying to add a new section in our Social Media Weekly. We're gonna call it, I don't think we have a name for it yet, but let's just call it placeholder section. Placeholder section, where we'll talk about the trends, social media trends in and around Southeast Asia region. This is hopefully to get all these non-local people interested in getting some new ideas, on getting updates on what's been going on in the region, so that if they ever come down to do business, they would be a little bit more informed.
Yep.
All right, back to our news. Snapchat's SnapKit could be a winning recipe. Snapchat is launching a new set of APIs, and they call it SnapKit. What this does is it allows apps to use Snap's login, kind of like how you log into apps using your Facebook and Google at this point. And when you do that, Snap will actually port over your Bitmoji to your keyboards and also your Snap stories as well. The recent article by TechCrunch showed a possible business application of this, with an e-commerce app allowing Snapchat login and people actually sharing the stories of them dressing up with the brand's products.
Oh my god, it's so cool.
So this is actually a very cool way to do collaboration without selling information of users to people, because this is a big thing. The key selling point for SnapKit is privacy. Unlike Google and Facebook, Snapchat says that they only require your changeable Snapchat display name. So this is very important because this brings back your username. It's no longer your real person's name, but it's an alias. You can actually change it whenever you want. So there is a sense of anonymity there.
Yes.
And optionally also your Bitmoji, which is your avatar that you bring along everywhere you go, which is good. And they won't even get your email address, phone number, gender, age, location, and your friends list. Nothing of the sort. So I think they are really learning a huge lesson from Facebook's fall on this move. What do you guys think? So seeing as this this is how it's going to go, right? I can see the possible mass adoption of Snapchat as a login platform. So since Snapchat becomes the default login platform due to privacy and the Bitmoji stuff, people will start using Snapchat more because it becomes the default messaging app.
Correct.
And all the stories, you will move over to all the other apps as well. So you get to share, you get more coverage, more people will see it, whether they are Snapchat users or not. So the question now is, will this make you use Snapchat? Who uses Snapchat here? I use Snapchat.
I use, but I just didn't update. I'm too old for that.
Oh, now you're old.
Okay, I'll be young again.
I don't use it because most of my friends don't use it.
Okay.
I only use it to kacau him. That's the only time he sees Snapchat.
So both of you guys use it with each other. That's it.
Sometimes. He doesn't check often,
I
but
mean-
I always kacau him.
Okay.
I only use it for the filter lah, I guess.
Yeah,
the
the
filter's
filters are good.
fun.
I use it for the Bitmoji. Bitmojis are
I
nice.
love it.
And I actually use it to text a bit, but I think the main reason why I use Snapchat is actually for the discover section. It's nice. It's nice to get proper news from proper people who make news rather than just friends who don't do much with Insta stories.
I mean, I use Snapchat a lot, like to interact with my friends, and also like the filters and the Bitmoji. So like all this, I will save the video and then export it to Instagram stories. So like
Yeah,
people ask,
yeah.
where do you get this filter?
Yeah.
I'm like, Snapchat.
Yeah.
But yes, I would so use Snapchat for logins. I mean, looking at that our privacy is still there, it's still private and everything. And if let's say if it's our Bitmoji and let's say if it's a e-commerce site or something, like it'll be really cool if that let's say it's a product or a clothing or anything, if it can like become part of the avatar when we purchase something. That
Oh
really,
yeah,
really
that would be
cool.
nice.
I'll be like,
Imagine if
oh
they
my
virtualize
god.
if they virtualize the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool. Imagine, let's say, but I don't think this would happen with smaller articles or smaller items or items that are more fleeting, like that have a shorter lifespan. But let's say if
Like maybe
if
big
Adidas,
brands,
if Adidas launches a new range of shoes,
Yes.
and then you can do a Bitmoji
Oh,
style
that'd
of
be
the
so
shoe.
freaking cool.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, Snapchat, this is a good thing that you can learn from us.
I hope you're listening.
Yeah, Snapchat.
So people are gonna view their food, and then the shoe comes in. Is it?
Why what
Nike
how
ma.
does food and shoe link?
Imagine Nike, you record your food, and then the shoe just come into your.
Oh, your
Oh,
foot.
food. I
Yeah.
heard food. I heard makan.
Food.
Okay.
Well, imagine your plate, empty plate, and the food come in.
Alright, next.
Okay. Anyways, Fox is using mini-series in ads breaks to combat ad skipping. So we've all done this. Skip skippable ads and stop watching the videos altogether when non-skippable ads appear.
Ugh.
Ads are annoying, yeah, I know that. So, but we all have to agree that if we watch something for free, there has to be money made somewhere lah. Okay? So Fox is experimenting on inserting a suspenseful or emotional mini-series format advertisement and breaking them into smaller parts for ads that appear between a show.
Actually, that's really cool.
Yeah, so it doesn't make it like very addish ad.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's
I've suggested something.
So then they have like
this.
part 1 and part 2 and part 3,
Yeah.
and you're actually looking forward to the next ad break instead
Exactly. I mean, I've
you know?
actually suggested an idea like this to a friend who was working in advertising like 2-3 years ago. But yeah, finally someone is actually implementing it. It's
I
really
think
cool.
it's
We
amazing.
tried to implement it long time
We
ago.
are not
Yeah.
an advertising agency.
No, I mean
No, we are
you
not.
could have made millions, right?
But we do accept advertisements though. Hint, hint.
So if this works, right, we can actually potentially see this storytelling format that comes into social media. So it takes away the whole perception on the image and reputation of ads and how people see ads anymore already. So it's gonna be like some storytelling kind of thing. So imagine if you see ad, it's like, oh, then you're interested to know what's coming next on the next ad.
Yeah.
There's this ad about contact lens. I forgot what company is it, and Jane Chuck was the main actress for that mini
I
series
have
thing.
no idea who is Jane Cha.
There's one.
I will show you later.
Is it the snack one?
The snack one?
No, not the snack one. Okay, I think I seen before one also the ad. They use this kind of similar tactics.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jane
storytelling
Chuck, Jane
one.
Chuck is actually one of Malaysia's local influencers, and she's done MC jobs and like mini acting projects and all this. So later I will show you who she is.
Okay.
So yeah, so there was this mini series of her using glasses and everything. So when she changed into contact lenses, her story was more different. Like people start noticing her and stuff like that. Like they're like, oh, she's actually really pretty without her glasses. Shit like that.
Okay.
I think the to be able to take it to another step is, let's just say, imagine you can get to select options, like maybe run to the left or run to the right.
That's so cool.
I think that would be
Yeah.
very interactive also.
Yeah.
Interactive.
Imagine, let's say, for example, if you are running an ad for The Bachelor,
Oh.
and then you're kind of playing a game like,
10.
will she choose
Mine,
this or that?
Oh.
And then the next ad break,
Yeah.
then she makes the
Makes
choice.
the choice.
So it becomes like a progressive
And
storytelling.
then there's more engagement also.
Kind of
Yes.
sounds like this game called Choice or something.
I think there are a lot of
zombie
games.
one.
who are like-
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of games that use this format, but if they implement it to advertisements,
Oh, that'd be
I think the problem with ads lately is that it's so uncreative.
it's so sales
so
gimmicky.
tacky. It's so sales. The
No humor.
storytelling is the same. There is no There is no brains involved in this anymore.
Unless it's a
and-
movie trailer.
But you see, the thing is, it's not like we don't like ads, right? Because frankly speaking, the only kind of ads that we see go viral are Thai ads. And Thai
Yeah.
ads are so bloody good because
So
they
emotional.
implement a lot of
Storytelling.
a lot of storytelling, a lot of drama,
And the
some
plot
stupidity.
twist.
yeah.
The plot twist is just what?
yeah.
They can literally market anything.
Yes, they can just sell anything under the sun.
Then recently happened what is it Korean one? They want to promote the ad of Snowmoji.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
What
then
is Snowmoji?
it's actually emoji.
Okay.
An emoji app, but then it's actually a ghost story.
Oh, okay.
So a ghost story that saying that, okay, you know, this ghost need to go through a test to in order to rank the good ghost, you need to be able to scare people and stuff. So she passed everything. And then in the end of the day, right, the instructor failed her because she got caught in camera. And then she said how, but because you got caught in the emoji, see your face is appearing here. And then hence snow emoji can capture any attention, even in the lowest resolution, in an invincible resolution.
Roll eye moment.
Okay, most people can't see what's happening now, but we're actually all rolling our eyes.
Technically, it's just you.
Oh, really? You're not rolling your eyes?
I'm just paying
What?
attention because
I
in
mean,
my head I'm
just to
thinking
break away
ironically.
from this topic, because I've been seeing a lot of survey. They say that, which brand would you choose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think it works because most of the time I'll say none of this because it's so annoying.
Now that's the roll eye moment.
Yeah.
Oh, I know which one. Touch and go one. So touchy.
So
Yeah.
touching.
It's a very touching app.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a
And-
satire. It kind of plays on that touching thing, and it
They
gives
break
it
out
a
lah.
yeah.
They break out from that touching.
Yeah.
But still in that
This
touching.
is literally touching, not in a bad sense.
All right,
Stop touching
we interrupt Social Media Weekly for an important advertisement. Whatever your business and however active you are on social media, you need a functional and mobile responsive website. Social media gets you the traffic, but you play by their rules. If they decide to close you down tomorrow due to some weird regulation, you can't argue with them. With Virtual Peddlers, you are able to own your very own WordPress single-page website from as low as 1,500 ringgit. Over 27% of the internet is powered by WordPress. Why are you miming my...
Giving some extra taste to the advertisement.
WordPress is supported by more than 48,000 free plugins for every customization imaginable. Drop us a Facebook message and find out how we can, he's still doing that, get you a brand spanking new WordPress website today.
I'm legit face palming at JK right
Okay,
now.
so what we are doing right now is we are running placeholder ads. So if anybody who wants to advertise with us, this is how the ads will look like.
We will zoom in on JK's face more.
But that's it. We are actually also giving out. We're also doing WordPress single page websites for as low as 1,500 ringgit, and this is to help startups get a website, a functional website going. It's not as if it's so basic that all you get is a web builder platform kind of website where you don't own WordPress. You can actually own it. It's your website. You don't have to keep paying every month for the rest of your life.
Hint, hint, it's a one-time off thing.
True.
Long-term.
Yes, so
Think
it's
long-term
good.
investment.
So it's
okay,
good.
done.
All right, so back to our stories.
So, Facebook lets shopping site patrons give reviews after purchase. So kind of like your normal online shopping, like Lazada. Like after you purchase from this seller, that you can leave a review there to say whether the product is good, whether the delivery was on time and stuff like that. Basically whatever you want to review about the product and the seller. So speaking of having no control on social media, you know Facebook has pages that include shops, kan? Then they added an additional feature to better the purchasing experience with simple after sales review, like what I mentioned earlier. Yeah. So basically, you normally go to the Facebook Marketplace, which is one of the top.
Well, it actually works with Facebook page stores as well.
Yeah.
So there's two platforms here. One is the Facebook page store, and another one, the shop, sorry. And another one is Marketplace. We assume that it will also be in Marketplace. So once you buy something, after a while, the buyer will be pushed a review because the purchasing happens in Facebook. So they will send a review after that to say, how was your experience? Was it good? Was it bad? Why good? Why bad? And things like that. Then Facebook will take the appropriate action. So what happens is that because this started because a lot of people, sellers are advertising the wrong thing and pushing and for people to buy and then sending the wrong item.
Okay.
It's kind of like a scam.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So so because of this, Facebook came out with this review platform for people to put a review, which isn't something groundbreaking. Reviews are just reviews, and they've been here for millennia.
It's already there in other online platforms.
So we don't think that this deserves a spot in our argument, but what deserves a spot in our discussion today is the fact that Facebook is allowing users to give the review, and then Facebook will take the appropriate action based on the reviews, right? So the idea is quite good because ideally, the users will help each other from scammy sellers who will sell them things they are not as advertised. But on the other end, right, Facebook is famous with being very naive with how the world works. That was what caused the Cambridge Analytica scandal in the first place because they trusted the third-party providers. The third-party providers would know what to do ethically with user information, which they did not. So imagine if this review comes and there are a bunch of trolls and competitors who want to shut down businesses. They just send out a bunch of bad reviews after having bought something, and then Facebook just shuts down businesses on Facebook page.
I think that's not fair.
The shops. It's not fair to the businesses, which comes back to why businesses need websites. Because then you have full control over what you sell in your website.
Yep. 4,500.
4,500 off. I think we're overselling this, but anyway.
It's okay, I sell directly to you.
But anyway, so it is actually okay if Facebook actually has a bunch of real humans to vet through all the complaints. But based on our past experiences with Facebook, there is no such thing as a manual review. Even manual reviews are done with bots. And if we have an FAQ or if we have a forum that we ask a question on to Facebook, right, they will give the standard recommended answer. And if we ask deeper, they just wouldn't answer you anymore. So this is how much effort Facebook puts into customer service. And imagine if they were to slap another layer of AI onto this service.
Oh my god.
I think it's going to be havoc, seriously. It's going to be really bad.
I mean, has this already been implemented, and been any stories about this? Like people actually.
I'm not sure, but you know how it is that Facebook rolls out stuff stage by stage.
Yeah.
So just because they say it's out doesn't mean it's out here yet. And by the time it reaches here, they may have seen that it sucked and they may have rolled it back and disabled this entire feature in the first place.
Yeah.
So, but right now this is what that they announced, which is going on. I checked. There is no such thing. But then again, I don't buy stuff from Facebook Shop,
yeah.
so I don't know.
I'd rather go to a more
Or e-commerce site.
Any e-commerce site, proper e-commerce site. Yeah.
Okay, next.
Okay, since Facebook's so naive, so they're drowning. Lately, they are drowning in security and misinformation scandals months after month. Then, so what they decided is they have a press release explaining how they're gonna take down all the fake news, and so basically they employed 24 fact-checking partners in 14 countries. So if an article is sort of classified as fake, it'll be at the bottom of the newsfeed, and if the page keep promoting that, then eventually they probably will stop them altogether, stop them from making money.
Yeah, stop them from making money and advertising on it. But in the entire press release, right, if you read it, what happens is that they never once say that they're going to remove the post and ban the user. All they say is just they don't allow the user to make money or advertise within Facebook, and they are just going to push the newsfeed, that article so down the newsfeed that they say, and I quote, reducing future views by over 80%. So there is no section that says that we're going to remove it because it's so fake and it's so blatant that people shouldn't see it. It just says that we're going to push it down. And they have no action to ban the people at all.
Why?
Because
banning is 100%, and then they don't dare to take this kind of risk.
Yeah, because banning accounts will get them to lose active users.
Yeah.
And active users are what shareholders look at.
Yeah. It gives them money.
It gives them money.
Okay.
Instagram.
it's like doing and not doing at the same time.
Yeah, it's like we are doing, but we are doing just there. It's like we are not doing it because we want to. It's like we're doing it because we have to, but we're not going all the way because we don't want to. That's Facebook for y'all.
Facebook is complicated.
Yep. Next in line, Instagram's self-policing tool starts running. After Google and Apple's plans to help people manage their mobile device addiction, Instagram is also getting on this new CSR hype. Its new usage insight tools let us set the number of hours we are allowed to spend on Instagram every day, which will send a reminder when the limit has reached. So this insight tool works like you go there and then at the top it has this bar that tells you how many hours you spend per day on average, and then you get to choose how many hours you get to limit before a notification comes. Let's say you say I put 4 hours a day. After 4 hours, ding ding ding, you have spent 4 hours of it. And there is also even a function that turns your phone into a DND, do not disturb. So all the notifications from Instagram will not go in. But it will not completely stop you from using while you're using it halfway.
Yeah.
That's what they say lah. And there is also another function which they used to have, which now they're bringing back, which is called the "You're all caught up" notice. Remember last time when they used to have all these posts that goes when you continue posting, then they have this notice, it just comes up, "You're all caught up." That means there's nothing else for you to see. There's nothing new for you to see.
Oh, yes,
right?
yes.
Long time ago. And then they introduced the limitless algorithm where they will continue to find things for you to see, so you'll never leave the platform.
Yeah.
So they're bringing this "You're all caught up" thing back, so that once you finish seeing all the posts that you have never seen before and stories that you have never seen, they will just have this "You're all caught up" thing. That means get the hell out and resume your life.
Resume your life.
Yeah.
Go back to reality.
Like I've been scrolling Instagram lately, and there's actually that notice.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
It's been there for at least a month or
Oh really? Oh, I haven't seen it.
I also don't have.
Maybe because I follow a lot of people.
Yeah.
But well, yeah.
I think you need to follow more people.
Yeah.
Sorry lah.
So so this comes back to marketing, right? I think we talked about this before. When all apps and operating systems enable this kind of anti-addiction feature, our attention span will be a lot more valuable.
Yeah.
So in the basic of it, in the first layer, in the first thought of it, right, we're thinking, oh, Facebook is doing such a nice thing, helping us curb mobile addiction, you know. But then if Facebook's idea is to get us to spend more time on Facebook, will getting us spend less time on Facebook be counterproductive for Facebook against their ideal? But what happens is if we spend less time on Facebook and Instagram, this means that our attention span is more expensive, which also means that advertisements will be a lot more expensive as well.
Yep.
There you go. That's where they're planning to make money.
I think in a way also they
Quantity
are
versus
trying
quality.
to
Yeah.
Yes.
they are trying to fix the whole zombie
The zombie scrolling thing. So the less time you spend, the more interactive you are spending time there.
And probably the quality and the content that you create in Facebook will be better.
Will be a lot better as well. You're not just having those cats that chase after laser lights and all this kind of brainless stuff. You're just gonna
Whatever you just post.
If you didn't see, I'm just like I'm
It's
pretending
okay,
to be a
Sean.
zombie scrolling.
I'll put this on
Okay,
YouTube
zoom, zoom.
and Facebook
Alright.
and
You
Instagram.
add as a zombie.
Okay, next stop.
Okay, anyways, and new app brings emoji to maps. Okay, so
Yay!
which stands for WYD, which stands for what you doing. Okay, it's integrating with Apple Maps to bring emoji, searching instead of keying in words. So what it does is it's very simple. Usually last time how we do is we usually type the words. Let's just say I want to search for pizza, so I type PIZZA and then it will search for the pizza list. So what it tries to do now is it's trying to enhance the user experience of
Yep.
using the map and navigation. So next time you can just create an emoji. You can just key in an emoji. Let's
And
say
then
for
it will
instance
search.
pizza, and then from the map itself, right, you can see locations of pizza around.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's actually it's starting to happen already. So what you can do is you can actually, if you want to click, you can even click on ice cream emoji. Then you can show ice cream punya stores and everything.
Have
So-
you tested it out?
Sorry.
Have you tested it out?
I've seen it because yesterday Ted was using it on the app and then his
Ted uses Apple Maps.
Apple Maps, yes.
Oh my god.
So
yeah.
I'm
Someone
actually
used Apple
amazed.
Maps.
So he actually he noticed that his you know last time we always have this thing the arrow.
Yes.
Yeah, now it changed to a car emoji.
Okay.
So it's actually he's inside the test. He's one of the test
Okay.
Oh, the
range
beta
lah.
thing lah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it is starting
beta
to
people.
happen lah.
Oh.
Yeah. So what you can do is even in the future, right? Say anything that you favorite, okay, it will come out as love emoji.
Oh, okay.
So,
Aha!
so the moment you type love, everything that the place that you love will appear.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
mean heart.
Scandal.
Aha.
Love.
Scandal.
Then when you say
What is all this love? Oh, they're all restaurants.
scandal, then when all the X scandal all broken up. So yeah, I think this is quite interesting lah. It's a new way.
Enemy
Yeah.
explosion.
To me, I think it's interesting, but I think it's a bit of a novelty because, okay, let's say if you like burgers, it's fine. If you like pizzas, it's fine. These are universal food. What if I like satay celup or durian chendol? Are they gonna come up with a special
Satay
emoji for
emoji.
satay emoji?
I have
And
no idea.
imagine this is just for us, right? This is just for us Malaysians. There are so many local dishes and delicacies all
That
around the
has
world.
no emoji.
And so many spots and so many locations, so many things, actions and situations, things all around the world, right? Imagine if we need to build an emoji for every single one of it.
Have all.
I think our database is the emoji itself is gonna be scrolling to our deaths looking for something.
They probably have category like countries.
Which country and then what country we need
Then-
emoji.
Then you have an entire library full of it, like a national archive full of all the emoji that you're looking for, and then you need to build an intricate Google search system to
Oh my god.
identify based on keywords, and then you see where I'm going. And then it's a new layer of internet. Just
New
for
business.
emoji.
Like,
New business.
emoji creation. People have created dictionary, right? Now they are emoji
Emojitionary. Emotionary.
Emotionary. My God. Okay, I'll be the first to sign up. It's so cool. Emotionary.
What?
I don't know.
Emotionary.
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 What?
You know this is
is
gonna go up in a 1 minute, right?
Hello.
I'm gonna cut this one, zombie scroll, and this one.
Alright, so next up is our special placeholder section where we talk about the tips, the trends of what's happening in Southeast Asia. And today we'll be talking about, Rehan?
We'll be talking about messaging platform that been using from country to country. So for us Malaysian, we are most likely you use what? WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most used. I
Most
hate
used.
WhatsApp, but I still use it because we have
Because everyone's on it.
Everyone's on WhatsApp.
Yep.
But for different WhatsApps are mainly famous in Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Brunei, and then surprisingly, the Philippines uses Facebook Messenger,
Mm.
and then the Vietnam also uses it. Cambodia also uses it.
I was in Nepal just a few months ago, and I realized everybody is on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
And they don't text on Facebook Messenger; they call.
Oh.
Every single one of them
Facebook
make
Messenger.
calls on Facebook Messenger. They just pick it up and they call. They don't text and they don't do voice. They straight up
just
video.
call.
Yes. So these guys are so far ahead on the tech curve compared to us.
WhatsApp.
It's really amazing. But there is one thing that they need to do is that actually they need to get headsets because they keep screaming at each other.
Hey, where are you? Okay, line is a huge thing in Thailand, and then Japan and Taiwan. If you see, there's a certain trend here, mainly because it's developed by the Japanese. That's why there's a lot of cute cartoons and everything. So somehow or other, that attracts the Thai people
people.
and also Taiwan
And the
so-
Taiwan, because Taiwan is
Taiwan-
fake Japan, right? So
Yes,
yeah,
they love Japan.
whatever Japan is, they want to be. Sorry,
And
Taiwanese.
the reason why WeChat is famous in China mainly, Hong Kong and Bhutan. Actually, that one I'm not too sure yet. It was just a statistics. Because last time China used to have a messenger called QQ.
Yep.
So the company moved the entire user to WeChat. That is, and then on top of that, they have the Facebook firewall thing that China
Yes.
implements.
Yes.
away the Facebook.
So that's why they are not on WhatsApp, because it's a natural shift from
Yeah.
QQ to WeChat.
The thing about WeChat, the thing about China is that China, a lot of Chinese brands made it big because of protectionism. Google was supposed to be big, but because they blocked it, so
they can't.
so they have their own
Okay.
search engine.
Way better.
Amazon was supposed to go in, but they couldn't go in. So then they have their own Amazon, which was Alibaba. Then everything, they have their own everything. They have their
Yeah.
own Facebook, they have their own Twitter even.
It's like they monopolize everything.
It's
In
it's
their
a
own
it's a kind of
internal-
protectionism where
Yeah.
they control. They say that they are allowing what is this called, local market to catch up to the world, but what they're doing is actually controlling
And
information.
isolating them.
They're controlling information flow into the country.
Because they have population.
Yeah.
So what I found out why Philippines is famous for Facebook Messenger is because one of the telco actually offer a very cheap price if you uses Facebook to message.
Oh really?
So it's I think from a marketing point of view, it kind of makes sense. If you're launching an ad, then
Yes.
you cooperate with a telco, then your ad will be not
Huge thing.
Yes.
be used by everyone.
Yes.
So it's quite an interesting thing.
So this is how they put a foothold
Yeah.
onto a community or an economy.
Yeah.
I remember Spotify had a very big thing with Maxis
Yeah.
back then, where they give out free Spotify use for a long time. And DG used to be with Deezer, but I think Deezer bankrupt already.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, well, it proves something.
It died.
So I guess we are all on WhatsApp because everyone is on WhatsApp. That's
Yeah.
I think we are all on WhatsApp because we are one of the first adopters of messaging tech.
Yeah.
Because this one comes with the
Timeline.
there is a trend as well. It comes with a timeline. Who came first
Yeah.
was the countries that adopt this messaging first are the ones that take up their messaging app that was famous at that time.
Correct.
So we are one of the earlier ones. So at that time, WhatsApp was a big thing. And then Facebook Messenger actually came out a lot later because last time they were all in one app. Facebook Messenger, Facebook, everything was in one app. Then they split the app up.
Yep.
And Line was later on, WeChat was later on, KakaoTalk was later on as well.
Yeah.
I remember there's another app before WhatsApp one. It's called Ping or
Ping?
Pong or something.
Pang.
Ping is
I remember
Pang.
because Yiming was
Pong, Pang,
very onto it.
Oh.
There's a lot that
Yes.
this one, well, when you
Somehow
talk about messaging, it always goes back to like ICQ, MIRC,
Yeah.
these kind of
MSN.
MSN,
Oh my
these
god,
kind of
MSN.
platforms.
the nudge.
It's like, oh god, that is so damn
love
annoying.
nudging.
Because when you nudge, right, it however many tabs or windows you have,
It'll pop up in
desktop
front of you.
pop up right at the top.
It's like,
It's so annoying. I have a friend who used to nudge me all the time. I'm just
I've
like,
used MSN before.
get out.
And then
Oh, you have?
you're in the era?
Gasp.
Swear.
I guess another point about WeChat is that they allow mobile payment system.
Yes.
Everything is in there. You don't need to download this app that app
But of course, we did talk about this. I wouldn't use WeChat Pay. Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
Maybe.
All right, so
It is
we're all caught up.
Yes.
Yep.
Forever hold your peace.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much for listening. Social Media Weekly is available in our. Would you like to take this up, Mastina? Because I lost track of what where we're at.
We have a lot from Anchor itself, just from Anchor, Pocket Cast, Apple Podcasts. Oh my god.
I'm still laughing.
Radio Public. Oh my god, I lost track already.
We may need emoji down here.
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
Okay, basically we will put up in our social media platforms.
Yep.
Our
And we are
Facebook.
also our main sites are anchor.fm.
Yep.
We are on YouTube. We have a special playlist for that. Listen to this and all our back episodes. There was one episode where JK said JP Morgan. And we are also on our website as well. Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah, basically anywhere you can
and
find
wherever
us.
you get your podcasts, we are getting to more and more places right now.
We actually have from just 3 became 4 to like 8 or 9.
I'm hoping we can get into Spotify and Stitcher because those are the bigger podcast sites. That'll be good. That'll be amazing.
Huge things.
Anyway, this is Social Media Weekly, 19 June 2018. My name is Sean.
I'm JK.
Faustina.
I'm Rehan.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.